Hi, my name is Jenny Lauren Dowden for Conduit News, and today we have Warren Robertson joining us in the studio. He is the Republican candidate for Senate District 29, and of course, that is a new district. Hi, thanks for being here with us.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So first, before we get into the issues, tell us just a little bit about the Senate District 29, the area that covers. We mentioned that it is a new district. Tell us about that.
Yes, ma'am. For the first time in forever, I guess we can look back, is Crawford County is the only county, full county, and this district is encompassing all of Crawford County and southern Washington County. And it's the first time that Crawford County has had their own senator and not had to share with other counties.
So I'm sure people in that area are thrilled about that.
They are very excited about that, especially with someone like myself that grew up in Crawford County, was raised in Crawford County, and worked in Crawford County and built businesses in Crawford County. So, yes, ma'am.
Well, tell me about that. Just a little bit about who you are. You mentioned that you're from Crawford County. You are a small business owner. Tell people just a little bit about your story.
Well, currently I'm a shelter insurance agent in Crawford County, in Alma. My office is in Alma. I had a construction business years ago, and I've been a small business owner for several years. I was a police officer in Alma earlier in my career, and so my ability to know people and people know me in Crawford County is very important, and they know what I stand for, and they know what kind of a person I am.
Well, speaking of what you stand for, what made you jump into this race? What is the foundation of your belief system?
Well, I am a conservative, but there's a lot of other issues that are very important right now, and one of them is the people of Crawford County are tired of paying high gasoline prices, things like that is pushed on them because of some of the government issues that's going on right now. Our current government is mandating a lot of health issues on us, vaccines, things like that, that are stifling our economy. Mm-hmm. And I was a small business owner affected by some of the very poor mandates and government actions that created problems for my small business. And I know a lot of other small businesses that lost a lot of money in that situation.
Yeah, so just briefly, what have you heard from people in your district about COVID, about the mandates, or about the handling of the COVID pandemic? What has that been like for people in your area?
Well, a lot of the people come to me and they feel the same way I do. Mm-hmm. The COVID pandemic and all the issues along with that were handled terrible for the state of Arkansas, and affecting a lot of small businesses and blue collar workers in our district, Senate District 29. And so that's why I feel very strongly about pushing against the establishment government telling us what we can and cannot do.
We will see a lot of people in these primary races who, have an R beside their name, but they are very much part of the establishment.
Yes, ma'am.
So how would you tell a voter, how would you differentiate yourself between the establishment and who you are?
Well, look at my history and the people that know me in Crawford County. They know that I am pro-life. The number one thing that I was given a chance at one day, the day I was born, and that was given to me by a pro-life mother, obviously. I was adopted at one day, so I was so thankful, and I'm passionate about the ability and God had a plan for me from that day forward. Mm-hmm. So that's my pro-life stance. Grew up in Crawford County. I was a hunter. I was a police officer, so I've got a gun on my side, and most of the time, and most of the people of Crawford County feel the same way. It has affected a lot of blue collar workers like me, financial situations. Yeah. That it's been hard on them, And the sad thing is our government is saying that we're great financially, and we're really not when it comes to the trenches and the ditches.
Well, and speaking of, what our government will say financially, Arkansas, we have seen so many tax increases over the years. What are your thoughts on that? And do you feel as though the legislature has made the footprint of government smaller and protected liberty and economic freedom, or do you feel as though it's grown a bit?
Well, it's grown, definitely. Small businesses see the problems with more taxes. It's hard for small businesses to start a small business, or someone like me and you that wants to start a small business, but they can't get past the initial beginning taxes and the taxes that happens all the time. So I think that our government should let small businesses be small businesses and support them, because it'll end up being growth and prosperity for the state of Arkansas and our Senate.
What would you want voters to know about you?
I will do what I say that I'm going to do. I will step on toes of the rhinos and the establishment government, and I will follow the Constitution of the United States and the state of Arkansas, and I will be a God-fearing man and follow biblical values.
One thing that I heard you say before, you said, I don't know what I'm going to do, talking about this primary race. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I need to do something. A lot of people feel that way after the past 2 years, whether it's with the pandemic or seeing how our legislators have voted. What pushed you to that precipice? You're like, I don't know what it is yet, but I know I need to do something.
Well, I've been to quite a few meetings. But what really got me deciding to do what I'm doing is, when some of the major issues came up, especially with the COVID, I reached out to some of our current politicians, and I got one response out of about 15. Asking them what are they going to do about the Afghanistan issue? What are they going to do about what the COVID issues are? What are they standing up for? And I got one response out of one current politician. And I've been in business before, and that's not a good way to run a business, because if you have 15 customers calling you and you only call back one customer, you're not going to do very well. Mm-hmm. So you need to stay in contact with your people. My business card has my personal cell phone on it, and that's the way I've always ran my businesses. So you'll be able to get a hold of me anytime you want to.
Okay, well, speaking of that, this election day will be here before we know it. How can people get involved with your campaign, your website, social media, potentially donate? What's the best way to do that?
The best way to get in contact with us is we have a Facebook platform. I'm not sure our website is up and running quite yet, but my cell phone, you can text me, call me, email me. My email is really simple. It's warrent.robertson@gmail.com. And I'm in the city of Alma. So my office is in Alma. You can come by and see me anytime. We usually have coffee on.
Well, thank you so much for being here in the studio with us today, and we look forward to watching your race.
Thank you very much.